Hi, welcome to BackChat. And today I'm joined by a very special guest, the Mayor of Lusaka City, Her Worship Chilando Chitangala. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And thanks for having me.
Thank you, Her Worship. We've been looking forward to having this conversation. We're very happy that you accorded us your time. So could you please tell us a bit about your role as Mayor of Lusaka?
Thank you. Thank you so much, Choolwe. The mayor of Lusaka is a supervisor for the local authority. So I supervise the local authority, making sure that things are running. And the town clerk is actually the administrator of the local authority. But of course, my role also is to make sure that I communicate with the people that live in the city and all the other stakeholders. That means in the communities. Stakeholders mean the people that work in the city and also live in the city, and just do the sensitization on the ground also for things that the local authority is going to do, and just making sure that the local authority is running. We also make bios for the city, and the mayor is the chairperson of the full council. Okay, that makes those decisions. We also make sure that the city is run properly, following the rules, regulations, and the bylaws that are put in place.
Okay, that's fantastic. So what led you to pursue a career in public service?
Choolwe, my background really is I am an entrepreneur.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a marketer and an entrepreneur. And a few years ago, like about maybe a little slightly over 20 years, my father was a politician. So I became interested in politics because I would always have discussions with my dad and also read and listen to the news. And then I just thought, I think it's important that we should make contributions to the welfare and the well-being of a country. And for me, I chose local governance because I think that is where the solutions of government, the solutions of a country start from. So I'll tell you that I plan to be a mayor for more than 20 years. When I was quite young, I would travel and see what other mayors are doing in other cities, and I'll say to myself, I don't want to be the critic outside. I wanted to be the critic within.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's actually passion.
Okay, fantastic. So talking about passion, what really inspired you? Yes, you're around, your dad was a politician, but what was it that said, you know what, this is for you?
First of all, I was born and I went to school in Lusaka. Okay, so this is my hometown. And I've always said Lusaka, my hometown. So I wanted to see a continuation of Lusaka as a green garden city, and of course a clean Lusaka, and then also making sure that everything is managed properly. So the comfort that the people want, that's the comfort that I also want, to live in a city where you can work and live safely. Yeah. So that's what made me get up and say, okay, let me be part of the local authority.
Okay, so you were talking about Lusaka being green and something that you love. So Lusaka, as a hub for investment in Zambia, how do you collaborate with government and the private sector to drive investment?
First of all, a local authority has a parent ministry, which is Ministry of Local Government. Okay, so already we are dealing with government at that local level. But our rules as a local authority is to make sure that we collaborate and make sure that we engage the business sector in the city, and not only the business sector, any other people that are living and working in the city. The communities have so many things that they want to do in the city. So for example, right now we have what we call in CDF, the Community Development Fund. That is a fund that goes directly down to the people, and they make the decisions themselves. So as a local authority, as a supervisor also of the local authority, we need to use a bottom-up approach to make sure that we understand the developments that the people want right at the bottom. And also engaging other stakeholders in the city is important, because we want feedback. We want to know that their businesses will thrive because they've invested in the city. And how does a city run without proper investment in the city? So we want to make sure that we communicate and the investment in the city is worthwhile for the city to also run.
Okay, so I know as the mayor, you said you are the supervisor. How does it work? You mentioned about CDF. How does it work with each constituency and you being the supervisor, how do you find a common ground, and then how do you ensure that this development you're talking about does get to the people?
First of all, the councillor is very important. The mayor works through the councillors, and we have the smallest unit of government in the community called the Ward Development Committees, and those are the ones that will have sensitization meetings with the people on the ground. They identify a program or a project that they want to do, escalate it to the CDF committee, and then escalate to the council. So my job is to make sure that that transitional, that's what is happening from the bottom up, is done smoothly, and things are done properly. So I have to work through my councillors.
Fantastic. So what have been the most significant changes caused by investment in Lusaka during your tenure?
Quite a bit, Choolwe, and I'll probably say that in the last 3.5 years, the local authority has about 8 projects running.
Okay.
And when you're a mayor of a city, you just don't only depend on government. For me, I've learned that it's important that I have a good relationship with the region and the international community as well.
Okay.
And the projects that we've had are supported by regional stakeholders, regional funders, and international funders. For example, one of my pride as a mayor is bringing back welfares, what we are calling all affairs. And this has been supported by a British charitable organization that works with government. So when I travel and meet these people and, talk about the things that are happening in the city and what I think the city should have, and they told me it's a government project, I have to come back here to sell this program or project to my minister, and then of course to the president, so that he has a buy-in, because it's a national program. And knowing that the president right now also supports early childhood education, early childhood, so it was easy. It was easy for me to sell a project like that. So I'm happy to say that all affairs will be back. So we do presentations, we write concept notes to the region, like partners that can partner with us within the region. And they come up, for example, we have what we're calling a DRR project that will help the city, and it's been funded quite heavily as well. I can mention the figures. For example, the area project I said is worth $10 million.
Wow.
It's a countrywide project, but of course Lusaka and Choolwe are the first beneficiaries, so they will get 50% of that, okay, which is like $5 million, and then the others will be identified, the other district will be identified, and they'll also receive funding from the same project. But this other particular to fight climate change challenges is worth about $2.4 million US dollars, and is supported by ICLE. And I must mention that I am actually the chairperson for REXCOM, okay, Africa, which is a regional executive committee for Africa for ICLE, and I oversee 470 cities.
Wow,
in Africa.
That's amazing.
So yes. So I am a proud mayor, and my residents must be proud that they have a mayor who's chairing and overseeing 470 other cities in Africa.
So proud of you. Probably.
Thank you so much. Also, building a local revenue system, okay, is a pride for me as mayor, because there has been so many leakages in the local authority. A lot of leakages, especially markets and bus stops. So how do we curb that leakage so that you can receive, we can make money that will not leak, so that the people of Lusaka can receive the proper service delivery that you need, that you deserve as a city. So building a local revenue system has taken us over 1.5 years, because we have to now put in and marry the system to what we have, the existing system that we have now. We've been working with a team from the University of Zambia and ourselves, and I'm happy to say that the system is now in place. We're just adding on and marrying it to all the departments and all the revenue systems in the local authority. So the people of Lusaka will see a new system very soon, and they can pay from the comfort of their homes, from their offices. So we're putting everything in place. Within the next 3 months, I think everything will be done. So that is one of my pride and good investments for the city. And apart from that, of course, we have a youth climate action fund that is looking at ages from 15 to 25. And this is also supported by another international funder, Bloomberg Philanthropies, who have been supporting us. And they've given us about 150,000 US dollars funding to fund the youth groups in the city that have projects that fight climate change. And these include planting of trees, recycling, and so on. Our phase one, that was between August and December. We had about 11 winners, and they got between $1,000, $4,500, or $5,000 per group. Okay. And they've done very well. And hence the reason that we're now in phase two, and we've been supported by our international supporters and funders, Bloomberg Philanthropies. We are now in phase two, and the advert is now going on. So we call upon the youth groups between the ages of 15 and 24 to take part. And this is very important because climate change is so real. And as a local authority, we can't fight climate change on our own. We need stakeholders to help us and work together for adaptation and mitigation, and also just to build resilience in the city. So when we have groups like that, it works well for the local authority. So we have also that kind of project that is funding these youth groups in the city. And then we also have funding from ICLE, one of our other supporters. We are going to build or make a refrigeration container at Chilando Market. Oh, wow. And this means that the marketeers there can keep their vegetables and their fruits for a longer period. We've had this problem at Soweto Market because we all know that Lusaka, being the capital city, we house the biggest market in the country. Yes. And that is Soweto Market. I will accept that there's a lot of confusion there because so many farmers come from all over the country to bring their products there and sell. But we haven't had finances to build a very good refrigeration system there so that we can help the marketeers. But for now, at least our pilot project is with Chilando Markets, and we are hoping that we can have funding from our local revenue or working with government and other stakeholders to build another refrigeration system at a big market so that we can also support the marketeers in the city. Yeah, so there are so many projects that we're doing. And I'm happy to say we've been doing good as a local authority. And one day the residents really clap for us.
Yes, no, you know what? Amazing. It's been amazing. And my hat off to you. It sounds like you're doing a lot. There's a lot that we're learning about today. And other people, I'm sure, are going to give you a pat on the back. And you've said a lot of points. You made a lot of valid explanations. What are the main benefits of investing and operating in Lusaka? And what message would you give to business leaders and entrepreneurs looking to invest in Lusaka City?
Yes. For us to collect revenue as the local authority and make sure the city is running and invite people to invest more in the city is very important. That's why projects like the ones that I mentioned are very important in the city because they help us and also just look after the city and the residents that live in Lusaka.
Thank you for your time, Madam Mayor. As we conclude our conversation, is there a final message you want to tell the citizens? Anything you want to share? You've told us so much today. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Choolwe. I think I've had this wonderful opportunity to just speak to the people of the city and just remind them, like, for example, keeping the city clean is not just about the local authority, the mayor and the councillors and so on. It's also about them. So we need to really organize ourselves if we have to clean the city and make sure that we don't have waterborne diseases and an outbreak of cholera that we had. And cholera, people must just know, it's just dirt. As soon as we start keeping ourselves clean, we can curb that and see that people drink also clean water and so on. But also, I would like people to also appreciate the fact that the local authority also communicates to the youth. Like I mentioned, we have youth programs. We have they must check the council website as well so that we work together as the city. And then whenever funding is coming from outside, they are also supported and engaged. And also that means that if they are supported and they're doing well in the city, we are also thriving together. And then also just to mention that I'm happy to tell them that we have a good revenue system being put in place. I would like the people of Lusaka to know that very soon they'll be paying in the comfort of their homes, their offices. We need their support as well. And they are open to just write to us and tell us what else they need the city to do. And then also, as the mayor, I'm happy that I've had projects that will benefit the city, not only when I'm in office, even when I'm out of office. These will benefit the city. And then must take keen interest in what the mayor and the council is doing. It's also important to communicate, like have interactions. Ever since we started having interaction with the people in the city, for example, monitoring of the CDF and other issues that like communication of other projects that we have in wards, it's important we get that feedback. Because when you use a bottom-up approach, at least you have an understanding of what the people really want right there at the bottom, and they communicate to government. We are the bridge between the local government and central government. So as mayor, I think I should say in the 3.5 years, this is going to the 4th year, we've achieved quite a lot in my tenure. And I am telling the people of Lusaka that in the next 1 year plus time before the next elections, there will be so many things that this council, headed by myself, are going to achieve.
Well, thank you so much. We've learned quite a lot. We are keen on everything that you're talking about. We're going to follow the rest of the journey. And this has been BackChat with Her Worship, the Mayor of Lusaka, Chilando Chitangala. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to the rest of what you're doing and your projects.
Thank you, Choolwe. Thank you for having me. Thank you so much. And thank you, the people of Lusaka.